Is Patna the new crime capital, if it ever was not? 116 murders from January to May this year, many of them high profile. One murder taking place in every 25 hours in Patna. In an election year, let's raise the question. Jangal Raj back in Bihar. The opposition this time has put the BJP-JDU government in the dock. Is there a free run for gangsters? Who will fight crime in Bihar? Is Nitish Kumar losing his claim of being Shusasan Babu? Guru Prakash Paswan is the BJP spokesperson. Anshul Avjit of the Congress is joining me for my face-off. Appreciate both of you joining us. Guru Prakash Paswan, for years when Lalu Prasad Yadav ruled, the BJP claimed Jangal Raj in Bihar. Now, when Patna is emerging as a crime capital, can the JDU-BJP government escape responsibility?
No, Rajdeep ji, we must understand that it was not the BJP or the NDA that said it was a Jangal Raj. It was the Patna High Court, after a series of misgovernance, crime, caste massacres. The term was given by Patna High Court. It was
so the BJP-JDU combined used it in every rally for a decade. For every rally for a decade, you all said Jangal Raj in Bihar. It may have been first used in the courts, but that was your political narrative, your political slogan.
No, we are not claiming credit for the origin of this term. And Patna High Court was essentially, it was a judicial process. The term was an output or a product of deliberation and series of misrules, series of caste massacres that happened in Bihar. But having said that, Rajdeep ji, we must accept, and definitely Mr. Nitish Kumar is identified as someone who has never compromised on crime, who has never compromised on corruption. And post 2005, if you look at it comprehensively, the last 2 decades have been the peaceful in Bihar. You see the per capita crime, the murders per lakh population in Bihar has gone down fundamentally. The murder average per lakh was 4.1. Under Nitish Kumar's governance, it's 2.1. So it's almost halved. But we accept accountability needs to be fixed. The incidents that has happened in the course of the last 2 weeks, each and every single case, Rajdeep ji, I can give you the action taken report. Arrest, encounters, inquiry, investigation. It is the topmost priority of the NDA government under Mr. Nitish Kumar. But we also accept that murders like this happening in broad daylight in Patna, it's highly unfortunate. But let me assure you and your viewers that it is and it always will be on the topmost mind of our leadership, be it political, administrative, bureaucratic or police. But we also realize that the person who died, the person who was shot at, has a criminal antecedent. He is notorious, but that doesn't discount. We are a country with the rule of law. We are a country with the constitution. We are a country which believes in giving fair hearing. But that
Guru
is
Prakash
something which can be
these are all fine
this
words.
person was of notorious criminal record and of criminal antecedents.
Sir, the fact is, and I have to go by data here, NCRB data for violent crime shows that there were 24,073 cases of violent crime in 2005. When Nitish Kumar took over, it's now 49,610. These are the figures of NCRB. But Anshul Avjit, according to Guru Prakash Paswan, this is very different from Lalu's Raj. According to him, Lalu's Raj patronized criminals. The BJP is acting against them, or the BJP-JDU government is acting against them.
There is complete mayhem in Bihar. I mean, there is hopelessness, there is despair. It's not just crime, it's just not law and order. There is education, there is health, there is investment, there is joblessness. Every manner, every denominator, Bihar, it's lowest ever. And you're talking about 20 years back. I know the BJP is really interested in rewriting history and vilifying historical actors and all. I just wonder, what are events that happened 20 years back have any kind of bearing on what is happening today in the killing fields of Bihar? I mean, this is the worst stereotype that has come along. I try my friends to tell them and dispel this image of Bihar as this crumbling sort of crime-infested place. I'll have to work much, much harder to do that right now. Because those
but this was no different. The argument that the JDU-BJP makes is that it's not as if all of this happened only when Nitish Kumar was in power. You come with all the baggage that Lalu Prasad had in his government. There were a number of criminals who were given tickets. It became, the criminalization of politics was taken to another level. Do you concede that, Anshul Avjit, and therefore
No, but what bearing does it have now? I don't understand what bearing this has in the current context. What relevance does it have right now? We are discussing the current state of Bihar. the hopelessness, the abject poverty. I mean, farmers, education, health in every sector. It's, there's a downward spiral. The ADG, made a very bizarre statement about, normalizing it, some sort of seasonal cycle of crime. And even Mr. Lalan Singh, who's a very senior leader, said, no, ye sab to hota hai. My friend Guru said that, no, this is on the top of everyone's mind. I mean, they're completely normalizing it. Do tell me if what happened earlier, indeed, if it did, weighed so heavily in the conscience of the chief minister, then he joined the Gathbandhan twice, right? What prevented him? And now why is the BJP supporting him?
That's a good point. Nitish Kumar joined Lalu Prasad Yadav. That time there was no Jangal Raj. Moment he leaves, he would call it Jangal Raj Guru Prakash Paswan. Also, the ADGP of Bihar, Kundan Krishnan, attributes the rising crime rate in the state to monsoon season, saying most farmers do not have work. I mean, these are bizarre reasons, including Jitin Ram Majhi saying this happens in private hospitals. So, I mean, whether it's happening in a private or a government hospital, if people are going to be engaging in gang wars in the middle of hospital, the government has some responsibility, some accountability. I mean, the Niti and the chief minister is absent, missing in action. The chief minister is rarely seen, rarely heard. Where is this Sushasan Babu of yours?
No, that's not the case, Rajdeep ji. The chief minister is on the tour, he is touring Bihar, and it is on his mind. But let me make this very clear, and you in your initial set of observation used a very nice word, state-patronized and state-patronage criminals, only a couple of weeks ago. And Rajdeep ji, you are a fairly senior journalist. You would know the monster that Shahabuddin was. Only a couple of weeks ago in a RJD convention in Patna, Shahabuddin ji Zindabad. Taslimuddin ji Zindabad. Who is Shahabuddin?
Yeah, but they are not in power. No, 1 minute. Guru Prakash Paswan, that's a good point, but they are not in power. Today you are in power. Mr. Paswan, if the RJD was in power, everything you said makes sense. Today they are not in power. When the BJP-JDU is in power, it's your damn responsibility to get it right.
You do realize the difference between organized crime, state-sponsored crime, state-protected crime, and unorganized crime. You do realize the relevance of it. You do realize that there are land issues in Bihar. You do realize that the underbelly of Bihar has this major issue of suffering. But the problem is precisely this: state-promoted, state-protected, state-patronized crime and criminal network. Your journalist, Ashok Karn, you would remember, he was kidnapped. Dinesh Dinkar, he was murdered. Siwan Doordarshan office was attacked. In Gaya, Hindustan was attacked. Mr. Gopal was murdered. Slew of journalists, list of journalists I have. There are names, Rajdeep, that shakes the conscience even today. Wife of an IAS officer, Champa Biswas. The Shilpi Jain case. Miss Patna, student of Patna Women's College. We have to make a distinction. But having said that, Rajdeep ji, let me make this very clear that accountability will be fixed. Every single action in the last 3 weeks has been highly unfortunate. It's highly unfortunate that the police and the administration has taken serious cognizance of it.
Okay, Anshul Abhijit, I'll give you a final word because Guru Prakash Paswan is insisting that the violence we are seeing now cannot be compared to what he seems to refer to as state-sponsored violence in the previous regime of which you are an alliance, the RJD Congress alliance.
Well, it's top to bottom. I mean, ordinary people are protesting now. There are teachers who've been killed. There are doctors who've been killed, shopkeepers, business people, convicts in hospitals. I mean, it's there everywhere. And the fact that the senior police official made such bizarre remarks was either because he's completely abdicating responsibility, because he can't do anything about it, because they've been over 12, according to one report, Rajdeep, staggering. I almost fell off the chair. 1,200 attacks against the police force. 2 ASIs were actually killed in Holi. So the police force cannot protect itself, and now the public naturally has no choice but to lose faith in the police force itself. And the police is directly controlled by the executive. There is absolutely no doubt about it. It's complete lawlessness. There is a social context to this as well. Rajdeep, one last point. There is a social context to this. When there is mass joblessness, when there is despair and there is hopelessness, crime does come. Bihar needs to be fixed and can't remain this broken state.
You know, the worst thing, of course, is all of this is happening in an election year in a sense, because then the political rhetoric takes over. But either way, as a friend just seeing the program has told me, watching those scenes in a Patna hospital, he's reminded of The Godfather and worse. These seem to be the killing fields of Patna. And this is not what any city, any part of the country wants to see. Guru Prakash Paswan, Anshul Abjit for joining me on my Face Off. Thank you very much.